Hey, it's MK, and I am here with a Stitches and Stencil layout for you guys today. I am also following a sketch February, and this is the sketch that we will be playing with, and it is from A Cherry on Top. Isn't that awesome? I believe it is a page maps created for Cherry on Top. So I think that that is really, really cool that companies work together like that, and I cannot wait to play along. So for my stencil, I have this Dusty Attic stencil going on here, and I am looking for where the name was. Sorry about that. So it is DA1763, and I purchased these to see if I like them enough to bring them into the shop, basically, is how those work. I'm also going to be using the Lumberjack in Distress ink along with my ink blending tool. I pulled out these chipboard pieces from the cluster kit from Christmas Spectacular by 49 and Market. I have 5 photos for this single page layout, so I will be doing a double page layout. And I'm just going to stretch this across. So it's basically a stretch the sketch. Yay! For Stitches and Stencils. I also have this amazing Dusty Attic little swirl going on here. That was in the December kit from Some Assemblage Required. And then these are my 2 papers. One is Simple Stories and the other one is Mintay that I picked out for my circle bits. I also picked out a couple circle doilies from the Christmas Spectacular. I believe they're all over for the die cut pack, the laser cut sheets, all that stuff. So I'm just sharing with you guys that they are as Simple Stories. I think that one was Christmas Lodge, and then the Mintay one. I also, from the Christmas Spectacular, I have these borders. Look at this cute little owl. That's Pretty Little Studio, you guys. I can't get enough of that owl. Oh my gosh. And then also from Simple Stories, I have the Dear Santa. I'm going to use this black cardstock to map my photos, and I have 2 white pieces of cardstock. I am really going bold with all of my white cardstock bases and how much they are still left white. Oh my gosh, you guys, normally that scares me because of fingerprinting and all that stuff. So again, it's a larger project, and I have to get in that mindset of what do you do first, because there's so many steps in creating a larger project. So first thing I did was I trimmed down all my photos and cut out the photo mats. Now I'm going to go and see how many circles I can get out of these pieces here. I accidentally grabbed out 2 of the same. Yes, I have 2 sets of circles. Most of that is because I usually take these to crops and I like to share. So I do have 2 sets of the smaller circles from Creative Memories. So anyways, I didn't realize which one I missed. And so I was looking at seeing whether or not I might have needed that one, but I didn't. So I didn't really need to do that. All right, so I wanted the largest circle that I possibly could out of this Mintay. However, I didn't want it to be the exact same size as the striped one that I already did, because the striped one, well, is kind of my favorite one. So I decided that I wanted maybe a little bit bigger, and then I couldn't get my large circle cutter to work. So I ended up going a little bit smaller. Also, why didn't Creative Memories create a circle cutter in between? Like, why is there such a huge gap between the large circle cutter and the smaller circle cutters? That I've always pondered, because I would like that missing circle cutter. I really would. It's not missing. They never created it. So, but yes, I would like it. All right. I had to adjust my camera because for some reason it got got a little Western in my craft room. I apologize. And so I am just kind of scattering all my pieces around, making sure that I am staying a little true to the sketch. So basically what I did was, where there was a huge panel that said title, and it just looked like one piece of journaling strip, I took that and stretched it across. So what I had over on my left page is on the left side of the sketch of the title panel, and over on my right page is what I have over on the left or the right side of the title panel. But then I had to add a few more circles. I mean, 3 circles going on the whole thing just was not going to work. Plus, because I like my striped circle so much, I did not want to cover it up with another pattern paper block that is on the left side of the left photo. So I opted to ignore that piece of paper on the sketch and just go with the circles. I really did. And I love this. So these are photos of, actually it's Christmas time, but it's January. It's actually the next year in January. And my journaling is just going to basically be, we celebrate when we can, because growing up sucks, as my daughter is learning. And so sometimes she can't be here for Christmas. And actually, it's more often than not. She cannot be here. But we still want her to know that she is not forgotten just because she wasn't there. And so we always save her gifts unless we know that there is no way, closely to the holiday that she can actually make it to the house. And so then we do end up mailing it. But we don't like to. We prefer that she comes over, or if we can, depending on the kids' school schedule, take it to her. So it just all depends on which way it works for us. But like I said, my journaling is just, we celebrate when we can, and that's it. There's nothing to it. But as you can see, there's no Christmas decorations. There's no there's nothing other than the fact that she's opening presents that says that this is a Christmas layout. And so I really wanted to go shebang on the Christmas decorations. However, I really liked the plain Janeness of stretching this sketch all the way across. I really did. And so once I got there, I was like, no, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I really do. So I was trying to put my distress tool back, because if I left it on the table, I was going to get red all over the place and it was going to look like a murder scene. So I was really trying to put my red blending tool back so I did not have any of those issues. I decided to leave the sewing in for you guys so you can see what a terrible sewer I am. Look, see, oh my gosh, that is so wonky and too far apart. So I have to add a third stitch in the middle. And yeah, that didn't go really well. I'm just going to go with it. Yep. Messy stitches is exactly what I meant to do, right? Yeah. So if you keep going and you mess up, keep messing up, because then it looks like you did it intentionally. That's just a philosophy, right? It's Murphy's Law. If you messed up, then keep messing up, because then, okay, for certain things, you guys, not life. Don't take this as a life lesson. But, in art, if you messed up, then keep messing up, because it looks like you meant to do it and it turns out awesome, right? It just, I don't know, it just seems so cool. So I'm going to go ahead and take the stitch design that is on the left side of the sketch and bring it over to the right side as well. So then that way I get two stitching lines, even though the right side does end up getting mostly covered up. It's okay. I know it's there, and I know that, I painstakingly messed up. I also did glue most of my stuff together, so that way I didn't have to guess as to where all of my pieces were. Now here's where I really, really, really mess up, is I tried to sew a circle, with it being attached to my 12 by 12 layout. And in all honesty, there's no room for my 12 by 12 paper to actually move around nicely in a circle. And so I keep messing up, and I'm like, you know what? That's it. It's supposed to be that way, right? I'm messing up on purpose. It's fine. Everything is fine. Now, why I did not stitch all that before putting it on the layout, I don't know. I wasn't able to ask myself that. So yeah, I just definitely kept going with it. And look, I'm going to do it again because I didn't learn the first time. Oh, it's so fun. But this one, being right almost in the center of the layout, is actually a little easier for me to do the stitching. The thing about sewing in a circle, just to be letting you guys know, the thing I learned about sewing in a circle is you got to go slow in order to be able to have the time to turn your layout around in the circle. And so I definitely didn't know that. Now this one, I did not sew on the layout because the circle's actually going to go on both sides of the layout. And so I wanted to be able to cut it and glue it and secure the stitching on both sides. But one thing I forgot was I already added my foam. So that was super fun trying to stitch through foam. I'm just saying. Oh, lessons learned all the way around. Will I remember them? Nope. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down because I know that my embellishments aren't going to have anything to do with this set of clusters. And I already cut apart this beautiful, oh my gosh, you guys, this has to be my favorite chipboard piece from the Dusty Attic. I absolutely just love this one so much. I'm not even going to paint it, you guys. I'm going to leave it just the way it is and have that nice little crafty color on my layout, and it is just beautiful. And then, of course, the part that it was hidden behind the other photo, I brought over to the left side of my page, so that way I ended up with a little bit of symmetry going on. Even though it's not a full circle, I still just really like the fact that I was able to bring some of it over. So here's where I decided that I really need this owl. I definitely do. I don't know why. He's just so adorable. And it is going to cover it up. Now, the lace work is representing the garland that looks like it was sewn onto this particular sketch. And I didn't like it up in the air, especially when I went ahead and I did the stitching down at the bottom. It just looked too boxy. So I decided to bring it down and give it a ledge, or make it become a ledge for my little owl to sit on. So yes, that is the decision that I decided to make on my own. I went rogue on the sketch. Oh my gosh. Well, at this point, I've already gone rogue, right? I mean, yeah. And I love all these red little stars sparkling through my entire layout. It is so fun. I absolutely love that. And I'm going to finish this layout off with all of these chipboard red stars. I still have to cut off that circle that's going to go across both sides because I'm going to put a star on top of it. Now, the circle on the right is popped up, but that teeny tiny little bit is just going to be glued down. You're never going to know it. And the only reason why you do is because I told you. Yes, I promise. So I'm going to go ahead and put that star down there. I did have to erase a pencil mark. I must have just gotten it a little off kilter. That's going to be my journaling spot. Like I said, it's super simple journaling. It just says that we celebrate when we can, because that's the way it is. We always want Cora to feel like she's welcomed and not forgotten just because she's grown up and moved out. So yeah, we try to include her even. So actually this Christmas night, we actually watched a movie with her while she was on FaceTime. So it was super fun. We got to watch our Christmas movie. We always have a Christmas movie picked out for the year that we do on Christmas Eve. And so she chimed in and watched it with us through FaceTime. So she was there with us, and that was just the coolest thing. My kids think that it was so cool. So anywho, that is what I have for you guys today. Also, off camera, I found some red pearl, self-adhesive half pearl things that came in the birthday envelope from Susan. Thank you, Susan. So I decided to go ahead and scatter them throughout my layout, and I used every single one of them. Yes, I did, because they just went so well with this layout, and I just really like the muted or matted sparkle that they give to my stars. So anyways, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel and Sandy Reversky's channel. She is State Goddess here, and Janet Fritz is Galaxy Girl Creations. They are my cohorts in this Stitches and Stencils little series that we are doing on, I believe it's the 4th Saturday of every month, but don't quote me on that one. I think it is though. And then also I have a ton of, well, not a ton. I've got 3 links down below for Follow a Sketch February if you want to go and check them out. All right, you guys, thank you so much, and I will check you all later. Bye.